said something about
Biden's son.
About Biden's son. What was it?
Well, we know the back and forth that's been going on, the last 5 years, 7 years. And one of the comments a few comments that the ladies on The View, they talked about this because this was the big story yesterday. Of course, we all know the reasons why the Republicans are coming at Biden regarding his son. What the heck? Leave the man alone. He's a father loving his son, but it had to take, I don't know if it's made changes, but it had to take, what's his name? The son's name again. I should know it because it's always in the news.
I don't know who you're talking about.
His son. What's the son's name?
Oh, Hunter?
Hunter.
Uh-huh.
It had to take Hunter to do an actual make a comment live. It's almost like, in other words, like a black person would say, leave my daddy alone. Leave my man alone.
Right.
He ain't got nothing to do with me. Just come at me.
Right. So before we say what Hunter said, let's just say what the real deal is. All right? Okay. Hunter, I got news for you and everybody else that keeps making these comments. We already know that the GOP is after Hunter because Trump is being messed with. So they want to make Biden's life as miserable as possible. They can't get to him, so they get to his crackhead son. That's probably why. Now, Hunter keeps saying he had an addiction problem, and he did this and he did that while he was under addiction. Say that to the thousands and thousands of black men who are sitting in prison right now who had addiction problems and they broke in and stole somebody's television set. Say that to the local crackhead who goes into the store and steals stuff.
The point that he's making.
I got it, but I'm just saying, let's just say this.
Leave my daddy alone.
I got it. Say that to all the black men who are sitting in prison right now because they had an addiction. I don't care about your addiction. If you did something that was illegal, you need to go to jail for it. Okay. Period. Number two, you still have not said that you are the father of a girl who was born during your addiction, and they took a blood test. They took a blood test. No, they don't, Ma. It's not on it's not in anybody's news.
The point still is.
So the bottom
leave
line
my
is,
daddy alone.
I got it. The third point is, the Republicans are thinking, we know he did something wrong with the whole, when Hunter was in Ukraine and all these other places, and Joe was on the phone. Nobody just calls their dad in the middle of a meeting and puts him on the speaker.
Leave my dad.
I know, but I'm saying
that's all Hunter
is all saying. Stupid. It's all dumb.
It's a waste
but they're not going.
Money.
They're not going to leave your dad alone.
Let's do this. I would like to show the video, not just of him saying it, but the questioning they did in the Senate.
Right.
It's a waste of time.
I agree.
We will be on it if you show us something. They have nothing to show.
Right.
So just leave it alone. I get the whole thing messing with Trump and, that's not fair. Trump has done stuff and we're seeing it every day reveal. But the Biden daddy.
So let's see.
Let's see. Well, this is him talking.
You can't hear it. Okay, hold on.
Thanks. Public enemy number one, Hunter Biden, spoke out to defend the attacks on his family and make his case about testifying in public rather than behind closed doors. Take a look.
I'm here today to make sure that the House committee's illegitimate investigations of my family do not proceed on distortions, manipulated evidence, and lies. In the depths of my addiction, I was extremely irresponsible with my finances. But to suggest that is grounds for an impeachment inquiry is beyond the absurd. It's shameless. There's no evidence to support the allegations that my father was financially involved in my business because it did not happen.
So when the House Republicans were asked to explain exactly why they were voting to start an impeachment inquiry into the president, they just seemed to have a hard time with this. Take a look.
What is the specific constitutional crime that you're investigating?
Well, we're having an inquiry, so we can do an investigation. It can control the production of witnesses
And what is the crime you're investigating?
And documents. High crimes, misdemeanors, and bribery.
What
It's
high
in the
crime and
Constitution.
misdemeanor are you investigating?
Look, I will, once I get time, I will explain what we're looking at.
So
They have nothing.
right.
They have nothing, and they are wasting taxpayers' money with
Correct.
it. I get Hunter needs to be whatever needs to happen to him. And like you brought up the example of there's brothers in jail and doing stuff that they even get them right away.
Exactly.
And Hunter's just pretty much saying, you got nothing on my dad.
Right.
I use my name. You're right. I'm a Biden. I use my name. My dad had nothing to do with that. My dad is if anything, he's gonna be in trouble for loving me so much. Leave him alone. This is not grounds for impeachment.
Right. All right. So here's the thing. They not saying it's grounds for impeachment. They saying an inquiry. I don't think they need to have one, but they are. As long as Trump is in 20 million cases, the Republicans want to make sure that Biden gets a fine-tuned comb going over him. Now, here's the question. If you didn't do anything wrong, so what? Let him go through all your stuff, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So why are you fighting it so much?
Because he's still, I know they want to do, here's the thing. People are starting to understand that it's our tax money,
right,
that is paying.
But
for
you don't care about you don't care about your tax money, billions and billions of dollars going over into foreign aid and stuff.
We do. Some people still
people ain't saying nothing, so they ain't gonna
and
say
they
nothing.
mad about our tax dollars probably being involved with the Ukraine thing.
Yeah. Now all of a sudden everybody concerned about their tax dollars. They don't they don't care about their tax dollars any other time. Here, this is it. This is the bottom line. It's gonna happen. As long as Trump, you don't think they're going to allow you to put Trump through the trials that he's doing. And I said this before, even though you probably, I don't know whether you agree with it or not. Trump is on trial because they're afraid he's going to win.
Yeah.
That's it.
They don't want him to win.
They don't want him to win. So he's right when he says, you're trying to keep me bottled up in all of these things so I don't win. It's wrong. But that's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
He's a crook. He's a
I know, and I know.
Come on,
and here's the thing. We can't get away with this because
both sides is doing it.
Both sides are doing it. But anything with Trump,
yeah,
it's almost like you don't think witch hunt anymore.
No, well, because he's stupid enough to put it out in front.
I'm just thinking it's not a witch hunt anymore.
No.
And it's not just the reason of we don't want you commander in chief. I think about Nixon. And we didn't have any social media back then. That man was just messy.
Not like Trump, though.
Not like Trump, but he was messy.
Right.
He was a leader and messy. And I'm sure there was other presidents that probably hid it and we didn't know.
Right.
Kennedy crap.
But I think that's the problem.
But he's messy.
Right.
It's not even that. If he was not even running,
I know.
I still want him to be.
But
accused.
if he wasn't running,
I know
they wouldn't have him. Yeah.
But I get it.
So
though.
both sides is doing it to me. Both sides. This is their thing. Oh, you want to do your thing, so this is ours.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go after Biden. Mm-hmm. Well, what did he do? Well, don't worry about what he did.
We're going to do an inquiry.
We're going to find out what he did. Well, what are you trying to find out? We're trying to find out something. Well, what? Something. Well, what's something?
We don't know yet.
We don't know. But when we find it, we'll let you know.
And that's fine. I get what you're saying. Let them go. Let them do what they need to do.
If you didn't do nothing wrong, then what do you care?
Like, who was it that found out that in all of Trump's messiness at the time he was president, that he actually didn't have a situation with Russia?
Right.
With the whole election.
Russian interference.
Oh, we found out there was no.
But the Democrats did a whole big thing that said Putin made him get votes, and he was winning because of Putin.
Yeah,
and they said it, and they said, "Well, what proof do you have?" Well, we don't have no proof. They just go horseback riding together. What do you mean they go horseback riding
together? They had that meeting that they did not let anybody know that whole hour.
They like each other. Why does Putin like him so much?
I get it.
It's the same thing.
Let them go on with their Biden thing.
And the Democrats forget that. I told you that's why I don't belong to any party. Mm-hmm. I don't belong to any party. Both of them are messy.
Yeah. Anybody.
You did the Democrats did a whole thing on Russia interference.
Right.
And then they came back and said it didn't happen. And Trump is like, so you wasted taxpayers' money when I'm doing stuff in front of you that you can get me
If
on.
you're concerned about the Russia interference, I'm letting you know that I've done some other messy stuff.
So how is that any different than the Republicans saying, well, he did something. Well, what did he do? Well,
We want to investigate.
We want to investigate. Well, what are you
We're
investigating?
going to do an inquiry. We have an inquiry on doing an investigation.
Exactly.
That's going to do an investigation on what we should be investigating.
Exactly.
Because we really don't know, but we just
Put it this way.
We feel it in our heart and our spirit.
Put it
that
this
something's
way.
not right.
That guy walked away, Hunter Biden, with billions of dollars, not because he's a good guy and he knows how to speak well. His father helped him. Well, do you have any proof? No, but we're going to find it.
Ma,
That's what they're saying.
Ma, remember that comment on The View when Anna was saying about the Biden and how people do use their family's name or where,
Right.
And she said, we've all done it at this table.
Everybody's done it.
No, listen. She said that. Do you not know the women on The View at that table went, what? What you saying? That look like, what you talking about? Anna had to give clarity. She said, not recently, but in the past.
They have all done it.
They've all done it. Whoopi has done
Whoopi's
it.
daughter was on
Sarah has done
on the movie.
Sonny has
Everybody's done
done
it.
it. Barbara, the one who get the show.
Barbara Walters.
Nobody is exempt for allowing a child or a nephew or a niece to use your
Everybody does.
influence.
Nepotism.
Thank you. And that's what Anna was saying.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. That's what she was saying.
But the
Biden is accused of, loving his son too much.
They saying he got that money because of something that Biden must have promised or did or something.
And they want to find
And
out.
we want to find it.
Okay.
Now, do I believe that Biden has something? Yes, I do.
Okay.
I also believe because it's tied to Ukraine. That's probably why he want to put so much money in Ukraine.
Well, we'll see.
Because he's
good.
making a lot of
Let's
money off of
see.
Ukraine.
Let's see.
But he's the thing that Biden is good with, he's not a moron like Trump.
Right.
Trump is a moron. And he puts all of his dumbness in front of everybody.
Well,
he doesn't hide anything.
But you're right when we brought up the situation of the Democrats not feeling at peace with Trump's in relationship
Russia
with Russia.
interference.
So I do get it because right away, because of Trump's craziness, we did think they probably did have something to do with it.
We spent money on that as taxpayers.
And they investigated and found out they didn't. So let's do the same.
Right.
Let's
Emerald
give Biden
said,
the same.
I don't agree with if you didn't do anything, let them dig around in your affairs. Well, there you go. If they don't have anything on him and just want to go digging up something with tax dollars, I don't agree with them searching. In theory, I agree with you, Emerald, but that's just not politics.
Okay.
It's not. You spent taxpayers, this is the Republicans, you spent taxpayers' money on investigating Trump for Russia, and it came out nothing. Right. Now we're going to spend taxpayers' money investigating Biden.
Tit for tat.
It's tit for tat.
You went in deep on our man. We're going in deep on yours.
And we didn't even really have to go deep on their man. He's a moron.
I know. But we didn't trust their man,
well,
which is why we thought that.
Well, because he says he does so much that when somebody says he did do something, he's like, I'm telling you, Russia had nothing to do
Just
with
like
this.
John Wayne Gacy may have taken the lives of 50 kids, and that kid number 51.
I didn't do him.
He said, I didn't do that one.
Right.
But you did 50 other ones.
Exactly.
Should we believe you didn't do this one?
Exactly.
No, I didn't do that one.
Exactly. So, no, I'm not. I know everybody, I know people, the Democrats or some of y'all in love with Biden because he comes off as this nice old man. And I know it fools y'all. And Trump comes off as this arrogant guy. Yeah. So it's easy to make Biden the nice guy and make Trump the bad guy.
Right.
In my opinion, they both two peas in a pod.
Both are human. And they both
They're
can
human.
do it messy. They both can be messy. One can be messy as
Yes.
a grandpa messy.
But y'all got to stop making it like Biden is perfect. Like this man has you don't become a president of the United States. Even Obama got some skeletons in their closet. But they're just not stupid like Trump.
Right.
We're not used to the president being that transparent, of being a moron.
Yeah, and what he's going to do and not do.
I think that's why some people voting for him.
Because he got balls.
Because you can see he's so stupid. You can see what he's doing.
Yeah, he got balls.
At least that guy, I see what he's doing.
Yeah. So okay.
All right, y'all.
I had to share that moment.
Biden and what's his name?
Oh,
all right.